Hey, what's up, people? How's it going? Here, make a video. So, usually I make videos around 5 a.m. in the morning, but today I'm actually making at 7 a.m. And not saying that I woke up at, 7 a.m. or 6, but I'm still up. And I'm still tired as could be. One second. Click, clickety clack. Onyx? Yeah, that's his name. Man, I'm tired. Okay, what to talk about? I don't know. I don't know, man. There you go. There goes all my ideas out the window. Yeah, killed a boss. That's cool. Yeah, I think I'm at the lowest point in my life right now. Yeah, you could say that. I think a couple videos ago I was talking about, like, when you're going into adulthood, just a lot of uncertainties about, life. I don't know if people deal with this. You probably, some people who hear this or before, they're not dealing with this, or they have been dealt with this, or they're past this point that they just never, I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's the thing that exists. I think I wish I did, when I do these like talks or whatever, I wish I had someone to talk to about it. It's not even just like someone to talk for a video, it's like someone to talk to in general, because like for the past couple days having talked to a human, my set schedule is so fucked up that I don't even talk, to anybody in my life, and it's just, I just play Celtic Heroes. I haven't opened another game at all. The only other thing I do is eat, sleep, shit, play Celtic Heroes, and watch movies on the side, or YouTube. That's it. No really talk, other people, That's unhealthy. I gotta do something else. I'd say like go outside. I have some friends that can play ball with, but everything's closed. I live in LA. I think there's like 40 million people in California, and LA is a big chunk of the people that are in it. I don't know how much people exactly are in LA. Maybe like 8 million, I think. Yeah, I live in LA, and I live, that, like, it's really populated, and I'm really popular part of LA. I'm like 20 minutes away from Hollywood on the freeway. And yeah, basically what I'm saying is there's a shit ton of people, and COVID's a problem, because when you have a lot of people, there's just by chance there's gonna be more people with COVID that you're gonna walk up to. If there's only 10 people in your town, you're not gonna be like seeing them much. So just not a lot of people. Like, if there's 10 people in your city, and it's like, let's say all of you catch COVID and you all go on your 14-day breaks or whatever and stop, you're gonna be good then. Like, you can't get COVID if there's no one bringing COVID. But with like LA, there's people coming in and out all day long, bringing the virus, or just being inside the LA. But what I'm saying is everything's closed, can't do anything. And another thing too, jobs are scarce. Could sound like a cop out, but yeah, I just got out of high school, and it's kind of hard. I had one for a while. I think I talked to people about this. I moved mattresses a couple months ago, and I moved mattresses, and it was getting to a point where I was getting paid so little that I just quit the job. Even like in COVID, like, I didn't think about it. I'd be like, I'll just get another job. And it's difficult, especially like I said, when you have 8 million other people. There's going to be a lot of jobs, a lot more than a lower population state. But there's a lot more positions, but there's a lot more people. And there's a lot more younger people near me, like at my schools nearby, who just graduated, who are looking for work. And, that kind of hurts my chances. But back to Celtic Heroes. Let me say something that people say all the time. Jewelry. This thing's OP. How much do you give me? 3842. 3,842. 3,778. So it does less. One of these is a really rare drop. This one, it's a really rare drop from BT. I've been in Conk for 8 months now. No, like 7 months, and it just took me a while to get this. This is like recent too. This is like 2 days ago. So I say the stats. I'm listening to musical words. It's kind of confusing me, but yeah, basically it's a really hard drop to get, and the strength helps for, you know, strength skills. The dex helps for Shadow Strike. Vit helps with Vit. Gives health. Gives around like 2k health, and gives 320 attack. And then also the resist poison for BT, which is a good. And then you just get this for 850k, and it's like, that's it. It's really good on rangers and rogues. That's about it though. If you were doing on a warrior, I'd say probably not. I'd get like a hunter Ami. It gives 100 heat damage, but it gives 200 strength, which is good for all your attacks, your skills, and it gives like 1k Vit, which is also good. It also gives a defensive skill, which I think every time you get hit, it deals damage, like magic damage, I think. Which maybe it'd be good for PvP, but you know, I'd say yeah, just if you're, let's say you're going for DPS, I guess Runic, but yeah, for Ranger and Rogue, I'd say yeah, if you don't have this Ami or the godly one, wait, Royal, my bad. If you don't have Royal or you don't have this, then you should probably just go Runic. And then in terms of like your misc, there's no really Lux miscs that I know of. Tongue twister. Lux misc. Yeah, there's none of those. I'd say probably a good one to get if you're kind of solo on a different server, to try to go for a spider misc, and then an easy way to get jewels from there is just probably Reaver faction 4, and then just buy the rest of the jewels you need. You can buy bracers, you can buy what's really good, the rings are pretty good for PvP. And then you can just get like a haste ring, 200, or you can get this Reaper ring. Man. And yeah, that's really about it. Like, it's good. You know, I wouldn't. Yeah. For warriors, that's okay. But yeah, for a while I just did full Reaver on my rogue. I still have a couple of rings. I know for D2 I take off my divine ring, and then I'll throw in a Reaver. And yeah, I would just leave it to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there you go. I don't know, why am I counting? This gives me just about 10k health. I wish I could like take 10k, but yeah. Um, I guess that's it. I don't have anything else to talk about. Uh, I like mainly just using rogue. I am making a warrior, but I don't know if it's gonna be like DPS or a tank. Um, I don't know. It'd be useful if there's no tanks around and I can just go tank. But if I can't, then I guess that's what it is. Huh. And yeah, ooh, it's fines. OP Misk, by the way, Water Giants, in the hand to hand. Man, I'm tired. Yeah, thanks for watching though. I think that's about it. I have nothing particularly crazy to talk about. I'd say that, you know, in terms of game-wise, I haven't done anything crazy recently. I got a Morty kill today, a couple hours ago, which is pretty cool. You know, I would say that there's no ads to take care of. It was a 4-minute kill. No priests, no trolls. It was just everybody's hitting it. So I think everyone was hitting it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like slurring words right now. I'm not that tired. I don't think I'm that tired. Probably gonna be going to bed soon. How do I being up this late or early? You could say. Yeah, the lights out. Everything's light out. So yeah, I'm just tired, I guess. One more thing I could say. I don't know. I don't think I talked about this. What was I gonna say? 1, 2, 3. Where'd it go? Here we go. My bracers. Yeah, I hot swapped this for the quick strike brace. I was gonna do next. Just throw this on. Yeah, I really like this ring a lot. I got it a couple weeks ago, like a week ago, and I don't know. It looks cool. It helps with sneaky. I noticed what's weird though on Morty. My sneakies are really low. I think that's just in general though. Like I think I get like a 1.2k sneaky, which is like really low, or not a little more, because I recall because the crit I had was like 3.1k on a sneaky with the ring on, and I don't know. I guess you just hit low sneakies because I think on Gelly I hit like 7k typically crit, but no, not Gelly prot. And for Morty it's a lot lower, but I know poison damage is a lot better on it. That's why I think to help do damage, I think the only reason I get that kill is because of poison weapon. Not saying that my poison weapon's great. I know a lot more people with better poison weapons because I think when you have full DG you get like 750 dex. I think more. I don't know. I think it's 750. Could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong if anybody's still here listening. But yeah, you get I think 750 strength and dex, and that helps, you know. And also you get dex from I'd say probably your BTME if you're a rogue. If you have it on, you're gonna get dex from that. If you have a dex charm, you're gonna get dex from that. You get dex from your divine ring, and I think that's it. And also if you have I think the cunning necro rings have dex. They go dex and strength, And what else? That's about it really. And then maybe some quick swaps, like 50. But it's not gonna change a lot. But oh, and also if you have your pet and your Lux horse, it's not Lux horse. Turn it around upside down. It's the other way around. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. Dex 120, 120 Dex, and then that's what gives me 650. It's not crazy, but yeah, it gives me 145 plus my helm. Yeah, it gives 8 plus, I think 8, 16. Yeah, 16 points there. I get 9 points from my brace, 445 points. From this, there's no points, but it's just you get the 8. Wait, there's no like attack. What's it called? You get no like damage to your skill, I'd say, and then you get the points. And then this, you get points plus the damage, which is almost 2k, which is a lot. Like it's really good for me. And yeah, I just throw it on, and you get 50, 38, 1250. I think right now I'm at like, what am I at? 13.5, which is good. If I were to go like to go for my best, I would probably just throw on these like this. Then my best would be. I took it out. Oh yeah, I forgot I need it on. I don't know why. It's. I think. I don't know if Necro Ring gives better than. Here, I'll give it. I'll look at. Get it. 13.9 and. What am I doing? What's 13? It's like the same. Wow, it's very close. They're very, very close. I don't know. I think by like just a couple of like damage, they're very close. And I don't think it really like changes much. But I think Necro shoots better because it gives you the dagger, 800 dagger. But yeah, I'd say my favorite piece of Lux though is Reaper Ring, because it's not because it's exclusive per se. It's just that I think it's cool that it gives the 15 like added attack total, and then the 30 the haste, normal haste, and you get poison. And I think that poison helps me for like Caro locks, stuff like that. And then yeah, that's really about it. I'm kind of done. Thanks for watching if you're still here. I think I already said this, I plan on making vids every day. If you like them, you know, say something like, hey, like in the comments, like, hey, I like your videos, and like, oh, thanks. Actually, not to say you like them, just say like, hey, like I know they exist. I'll be like, that's enough gratification. It's not that people have to like it. It's just the gratification of people knowing it's there is like, what do I say? If people like say it's trash, then people have seen it. So it's like, it's being like seen. I don't know. I was making for me too. It's just like, it's just something, I don't know, to do when I'm bored. I'm really bored, and also, like I said, it's talking. I don't talk to anybody, and when I talk like this, I know a couple of friends who will PM me and be like, yo, this was terrible. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And, so yes, that's cool. And, yeah, I also have people who don't even play Celtic Heroes, like, be like, hey, dude, that was a pretty cringe commentary. I'm like, yeah, thanks, I know. Like, I want to make it more into, like, me not even talking about the game. But I have nothing to talk about, 1 and 2. Like, I would do that if I was talking to someone about something, you know? Like, and guess what? I don't know what to talk about. It's, when you're on the spot and you're like, hey, think about something to make. Like a lot of people who do that kind of stuff, like kind of like have written down like what questions to ask and like what to like kind of how to start it going. It's like and they're also good at spitballing like what to do, what to say, like whenever. It's a skill. And for me, I just kind of I'm silent for like half the video and not know what I'm talking about stuff that is weird per se. I don't think other people understand. Like me talking about like the game, people would be like, oh, I get it, he's talking about the game. But then when I start talking about like, stuff like like merging into society as like a young adult, it's like, what if you're like, man, what are you talking about, dude? I don't know how much people are my age who play the game. I know a lot of people who I talk to about the game, they're like a little bit more past my point, like of like, oh, I'm already an adult. And I'm just like, I wouldn't call myself an adult yet because I don't think I'm one. I don't think like one, and I don't have to deal with the responsibilities completely as one, so until life throws me a curveball and I have to deal with stuff like that, maybe one day. But it's just serious stuff, like what to do and how to go about it. Like I said, it's like gotta make the money. Like every dollar's made off of someone else's, off of somebody else, basically. Like these big companies, when they hire you to do work, it's not like they're like getting one-to-one from your efforts of your job, your labor. No, it's like they're gonna make a profit off you. Always. It's gonna be a lot. Like when I was delivering mattresses, I'd go on like $5,000 deliveries, even more sometimes, because these mattresses would be $2,000 each, and I'd deliver like 3 of them to a house, and then plus furniture, plus the bed itself, plus frames, and I get paid like, let's say like $20. And like, how would that make you feel? Let's say it's $5,000, right? And you're making $20. It's not a lot. And you feel like you're being like kind of taken advantage of, and that's probably why I quit. Because sometimes you don't want to feel like you're being taken advantage of. You put a lot of time into something, and you kind of like undervalue what somebody's doing with that time. It doesn't feel good for the person, It you just gotta know they're a human being, and you should give like closer to what that time is being put in the labor. And that's why people want to pay labor. Like it's just a rough world. People don't care about people. At the end of the day, they can try as hard as they want to convince themselves they do, but they don't. And it's just a bunch of fake shit. So yeah, that's something to do. Just treat people like people, and you shouldn't undervalue the time they put into things. And yeah, so like I said, I'm not working for that job anymore, thank God. But I'm still doing my thing to keep going with that. But I'll be taking it. I don't mind being taken advantage of a company, but at least pay me more, dude. Like that's why that's why people go into trades, to do things that everybody can do. So they have to a certain extent, these companies have to pay them a lot more because there's a lot less of them. It's like, I'm like, hey, my ability to do this is not known by many, so I want to get paid more. That thing is harder. Like let's say electricians, or like an electrician, right? I know people who are electricians, right? And they don't work very hard, let's say. Compared to other jobs, they do to a certain extent. You have to work hard on certain times, but the amount of time you're putting in to that job is very low for the amount of money you're about to make. Like, I know electricians make like 5K like in a day, and they don't have to work for the rest of the week because they're their own boss. Like, they have their own business. They just do it when they want the money. And that's why a lot of people, like, they'll be an apprentice for a company, and then once they work there for like a year, they'll teach them how to do some stuff, and then they'll start going on jobs, and they'll start making the money, and then you get that knowledge, you bring it somewhere else, for yourself even. You have your own business. That's to make money. You don't only have to be an electrician. I feel like, it's a cop out to say like, oh, you can only be an electrician to make dough, or be a doctor, or, just do like a thing just for money. You can get a little less money and enjoy the job you have. I wouldn't say teaching is a fun job, but hey, if that's your spiel, I hated school. It was probably like the worst time of my life, to be honest. But I'm out of it now, and who knows, maybe soon I'll be back in it, so that'll be fun. But yeah, most people say school sucks because, I don't know, people just don't like being told what to do 24/7. They don't like getting up 6 in the morning. It's just like, they don't like that. So they go do their own thing. And yeah, that's why some people. But then when you don't go to college, not saying you have to go to college to succeed, but you can go to trade school, you can just go to college, but these things help, because if you only have a high school GED, look at me now, I have a high school GED, I can't get a job, and I just got out of school. It's easier for these jobs to hire older people with experience, because it's safer. Like, who knows, maybe like they think that if I get a job there, that I'll just won't show up like 2 weeks later if I don't want to. They just wasted time. Or they can get someone a little older and be like, we can get 1 or 2 years out of him for sure, or something like that. But yeah, here in the States, there's like a stigma. If you're working for a big company like that, like in like a retail job when you're like, let's say 40, that like you kind of like failed. And I don't know, I wouldn't say you failed, but I'd say that, when everybody's a kid, their aspirations aren't to be a Walmart employee, or a Target employee when they're 40. When you're younger, of course, that's like, you're just starting off, and you could be going to college, you could be using that money just to kind of survive at that moment, so then later on, it's like when I'm 40, the jobs that I'm applying for right now, I don't want to be sniffing at all, I want to be doing something else, something that I can support myself and plus, like, more than me, As who knows, some people don't want to be alone for the rest of their lives. Like me, people like, I wouldn't even say no. People like kind of like overhear like awkwardly in chats and be like, they have families and they have like, they have their shit going on, You just gotta wonder like, when does that kind of like turn on for me and just like I start kind of doing that kind of thing. Because right now I'm just playing Celtic Heroes all day. Like, my life's not going to start like that. I gotta go do stuff, Like, I'm on like 10 plus hours a day. Just like killing bosses, solving up my tunes, like doing stuff like that. Yeah, and I've been in the clan 7+ months, Imagine how much time I've already put in. But at the end of the day, it's just a game. I'm just having fun. I can't, put on myself that, time's ticking. It is ticking. And I have people tell me who are older than me, like uncles or like just older people in general, like, hey man, you gotta do your stuff now, so then in the future you can kick back in your 50s. Like, you could be tired when you're 50, to be honest. And I don't know, it's just a jarring thing that like just this part of my life will affect the rest. But the thing is, like I would think that like the funnest part of your life is like right now for me, and I'm gonna spend that time just kind of like grinding it out to make the dough. So then when I'm older, I don't have to. But it's just a lot to think about. Of course, it does sound nice to be retired at 50 or 60, the house somewhere, the family. You're just set, you know. Hey, you just gotta see what life does. Like everybody would think that way. Like, hey, I'm gonna do this, but then they keep thinking they're gonna do that until you're 50 and you're not there, and it just didn't happen for you, like so far I'd say like 90% of my like me wanting to do things when I grow up, they're already gone, they're already out of sight. Like it's not gonna happen, you know. And I feel like one of the friends I talk to, I would say they're successful, from what I'll say. It's a he. I'm gonna dox him. It's a he, okay. From what he says, he's just a successful person, It's somebody you could look up to and be like, I want to be like them, Especially in my position, I'm just like a few years younger than them, and they're just like, they're successful, right? And successful could be different in other people's eyes, but for me, I feel like it doesn't exactly have to be with the money, like someone could be like, I wouldn't say 10 times because that's a lot more times. I'd say 3 times. Someone could have 3 times the money, and I wouldn't call them more successful than this person is, because I don't know. They just have their shit together, and like you can have someone with no shit together and could win the lotto. I'm not saying they're successful, but this person, yeah, he knows what he's doing, and yeah, it's respectable. So you just have to like say like, oh, I'll try to do something like him, but I can't because I have to do what I want to do, and it's not necessarily want to, but it's towards. I feel like I'd be like, oh, I want to do something silly, like be an astronaut or something, right? It's probably not gonna happen, so you need to fall back. You need to fall back to say, hey, I'll just do this then, Like what do I have in front of me that's like a possibility to right now, like that kind of thing. And for my final anecdote for the day is, one, I don't know what that means, and 2, I'm just really tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for watching up to this point. I don't know like how long I've been recording, and I've just been talking so much about stuff in general. Yeah, I like talking, and I like making videos about it, and I hope people I know or just talk to will watch parts of it, and yeah, that'd be cool. See you guys later. Bye.